I do not encourage nor condone any of the actions performed or products shown in this video. All of the videos are produced in a safe and controlled environment. Do not attempt to replicate any of the actions performed during this video.
Hello, good morning my friends, it is Connie over here. I have good and bad news. The good is that my League of Legends addiction seems to be dormant. I don't feel the urge to go and play League of Legends as soon as I wake up. The bad is that happened because I swapped it for an addiction for Dota 2. And so now I have the urge to wake up and go play Dota 2. Which I'm currently fighting because I have to go make coffee, practice piano, edit a video, and then this. This is an at least 15-year-old pack of smokes, and I'm pretty sure this was the last pack my dad ever got before he quit packed cigarettes for good. So I want to try these out. These are Winston Reds, sealed from like 15 years ago. They didn't even have the warnings yet or anything like that, the graphic warnings with the images. So this is going to be very, very curious. But for now, coffee and piano practice are in order. So let's go. Alrighty, I'm going to water my plants first. Here is my coriander. Then we have my basil, which is already sprouting too. And the rosemary seems to be the late bloomer. There's still nothing happening. And now I have to water my ivy propagation. I have to give this one a water. It is blooming so much. Making coffee. Let's go. Me and my dad have a silent fight over this light here. Every time I come into the kitchen, I turn it off and he says I'm trying to be some sort of a bat doing things in darkness. And I tell him, Dad, it is not dark at all. And please help me prove my point. Also, some people have asked me how tall I am because I seem to be very big next to these counters. I have 1 meter and 63 centimeters. I am not big, the counters are just small. Cinnamon, generous quantity. So like generous, like so. Wow, I'm not gonna risk it. It's my first coffee in the morning, I cannot drop it. But just believe me, it has to be generous. Alright, I'm going to start with Hanan exercises. And then I'm going to practice the passages that I'm having the most difficulty with, which are a lot of them, and I have a lot of difficulties with them. But it's fine, I will be fine. Taking a little bit of a break, I've been learning Pioneers to the Falls by Interpol, and so I wanted to show you my progress. This transition is really hard for me, so I've been working on it. I have to go from E all the way to the 4th fret into an F shape kind of thing. And this is just very hard for me, so I've just been trying to get this down because I want to be able to transition chords faster. I am now eating my favorite yogurt, cereal yogurt. I did my makeup and got dressed. My hair is still wet from the shower. I will be taking my book as well, which I'm almost done. Only these pages left. I'm reading Memórias Póstumas de Brás Cubas by Machado de Assis, which is Brazilian literature, and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm going to be putting it in my bag. I've been practicing the piano a little bit more after I got out of the shower, but it's just been a little bit difficult because I am lacking a lot of technique. Usually people will start from grade initial and go all the way to grade 8 while having classes, you know, with a teacher. I did my initial grade when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and then I decided I didn't want to study piano anymore because I didn't like being forced to make music, you know. It didn't make much sense to me. I didn't enjoy the feeling of it, and so I quit and continued playing by myself, teaching myself. But last year I told my mom I'm interested in doing the grade exams, which go from initial to 8th, and she told me that in my skill level it would be most appropriate to do grade 7. She's a piano teacher, so that's why I asked her for guidance. But I'm noticing that there is a lot of technique that I just don't have because I didn't have formal classes over the years, and so I'm struggling to keep up with everything that is needed for these pieces. But it just means I have to work harder than other people, which is okay. I know I'm going to do this. I told myself I would do it, and so it's non-negotiable. No matter if it's easy or hard, it is going to get done either way, and so it's just a matter of putting in the hours every day. But yeah, sometimes I get a little demoralized when I notice that my fingers are weak and my left hand is very weak and slow, and I have to do a lot more exercises than I would like to do at this point. I would like to be able to put more time into the pieces, but if my hands don't work properly, then the pieces are not going to sound good, and so I need my hands to be at the level that they need to be so that I can play these pieces. So that's what I'm doing. But for now, we're taking a break and we are going outside to try these dang 15-year-old smokes. Let's go. Alrighty, you guys, hello. I'm here at my spot, and I also brought my journal in case I find some inspiration I'd like to write about. It's always good. I have remade the cover because it used to be all in this blue color, and I hate blue. I don't know why, I just don't like it. So it looks like this in the front now. Has some quotes that I like, and then in the back I just put some sudokus that I solved over the years and some stickers. Safe to say I like it a lot more now. But this pack, me and my dad were talking about it the other day because around 15 years ago he had to have surgery for his nose because his nose basically was kind of crooked and they needed to straighten it up so that he could breathe better. And at the time he was very, very addicted to cigarettes. He was smoking more than 1 pack per day. I think he was closing to 2 packs per day, but I'm not super sure. And whenever he had this surgery done, he had to stop smoking for a couple of days because he was in the hospital and they wouldn't let him smoke, obviously. And so after he went through the initial difficulty with quitting, which were the first 72 hours, he decided he was going to quit for good. And so this was the last pack of cigarettes that he ever got, and that's why it's still sealed. And from many years ago, I cannot show you much of the pack, unfortunately, because YouTube will think I'm trying to promote it, but it's just a pack of Winston Reds from very long ago. And my dad eventually got back to smoking, but he instead went with roll your own tobacco, and he smokes around 5 cigarettes per day max now, so it's a lot better than what it was before. So I am going to open this up now. It almost feels like a crime to open up a pack that has been sealed for so long. I'm definitely going to keep this pack as a memento. On the inside it has a gold foil, which I hadn't seen in many years. So I'm going to take one of these cigarettes out and inspect it, make sure it doesn't have any mold. It smells exactly like a cigarette that would come out of a pack that I would get at this day and age. I don't see any signs of mold, I just see normal tobacco. And so I am going to light this up. I have my portable ashtray here, of course, and let's do it. you know, at the time I was way younger, so of course I didn't understand why my dad had such a problem with nicotine, why we were always having to go out of the shopping so he could have a smoke. You know, I couldn't understand that this substance could have such symptoms that would make him have to smoke, otherwise he would not feel okay, you know. And now that I have the bigger picture and I understand addiction a lot better, I feel very, very proud of him that he could quit packed cigarettes for good. And I know that for many, many years, he actually tried to fully quit smoking. He started eating a lot of sweets, he tried the nicotine gum, the nicotine patches, all of these things, and nothing really helped him too much. He was always feeling anxious, and of course it is possible to fully quit, but I guess he decided to switch to rolling tobacco instead. And I think that going from almost 40 cigarettes a day to 5 is a very, very good improvement. And so I'm very, very proud of him. I hadn't smoked a packed cigarette in a while because I too have switched to mostly roll your own cigarettes now because packs are getting very, very expensive. And also I've been developing my skills of rolling, which has been quite the journey. But I don't know, I feel like I'm an overachiever type of person. Every time I see a skill, I want to try it and I want to master it. And when I was younger, I used to give up a lot at things because I immediately wanted to be the best. I think this is the case for a lot of people. And then I switched to not wanting to try anything new because I felt that if I was always trying different things, I would never be really good at anything. But then I dropped both of these beliefs and I just decided that I'd like to be able to do many random things, even if I'm not super great at any of them. You know, there's a lot of skills that I feel like I have, which I'm not super good at, but they entertain me and they push me forward to try different things and do new things, you know. And I am no longer afraid of failing because you don't really fail until you give up, you know. As long as you keep trying, it may take time, it will take time. That's why skills are so cool. They take time to build, you know. If everything was so easy to do that everybody could do it, it would be no fun, you know. So whenever I'm struggling with the initial learning curve, I'm just telling myself, you know, this is the process of learning something new, and this is going to be worth it, and this is fun, and this is teaching me new things about the thing that I'm doing, about myself. There's only good things that come from trying different skills and whatever it is, you know. I feel like I can do so many random things. I like to play many instruments. I can solve the Rubik's Cube. I can crochet. I like journaling. I like playing video games a lot, which is also a skill, especially if we're talking about Dota 2. That game is really difficult, especially coming from League, which feels a little bit easier, to be honest. I feel like whenever I get into a League game now that I've started playing Dota 2, I just feel like a beast. I'm playing a lot better. It's just a lot of fun to immerse yourself in different worlds and see what it is like to try this thing that you thought about, or maybe you saw someone else try and you thought it was interesting, you know, different sports. Winston Red from 2010 perhaps is done smoked inside of my little ashtray. And I feel like I'm just going to stay here, breathe a little bit, get in some oxygen, and take in this beautiful view of all of these trees and greenery, which makes me feel so good. And then I'm going to go home, practice more. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you are liking this direction that I'm kind of taking the videos, where I show more of the things that I'm doing every day instead of just the part where I'm sitting down having the smoke, you know. Let me know what you think about it, and yeah, make somebody smile today. You as well, have a little smile right now, and I will see you all very soon, all right?